Hello, managers and leaders. I'm Rob Cahill, the CEO and founder of Jhana. Jhana is bite-sized learning for managers and leaders. You can think of it like a Wikipedia or WebMD for managers, used now by hundreds of thousands of leaders all over the world. In this short video, I want to share how Jhana can help you in your role as a leader and how you can use it to better support your team and get better results. Managing people is hard. We started Jhana back in 2011 after having managed teams and realizing how hard it is ourselves. We also realized how great managers can help their people be more successful and even happier at work. That's our goal, helping everyone get the great manager they deserve. So when do managers reach for Jhana? I'll walk through 4 examples as I demo the online resource. What you can see here is the homepage for Jhana. And you can think of this like a 360-degree view of management, from one-on-ones, career management, delegating, stress management, building relationships, persuading others, managing up, all the things you need in your role as a leader. Now, the first example and how managers use Jhana is building a skill. So let's say you're a new leader and your boss said, you need to get better at your coaching skills. Great. You have Jhana. You can click on the coaching topic here. Click in and you have a whole treasure trove of information about coaching, created from PhDs, from the latest research on management and leadership, from the academic work, from popular work, all synthesized together here to help you build that skill. So I might set aside 15 or 20 minutes a week on my calendar to work on coaching. I'll go in here, pick an article each week, like how to coach somebody. And there's some context, a cartoon, specific bolded steps for what the person can do to build this skill. We get specific as much as we can. We try to give action plans and tools to make it real. We even try to give people the words they can use in the conversations. And so I would read this, think about it, and make a commitment that week to apply what I've learned. And that's the way you do it week in, week out. You can build your coaching skill. The second use case I want to talk about is when you have a targeted challenge come up that you need help right away. You have a difficult conversation coming up in 15 minutes. You need to get some quick ideas to go have that conversation. An example is a manager had an issue with a problem employee. She went in here to the problem employees section. Once again, learn the essentials, the common problems, other perspectives, tools, the blog. And what spoke to her was direct report is overly negative. That was her situation. She clicked in, was able to get some good context for how to handle it, some words she could use in the conversation, had that conversation, and turned around that relationship with the direct report, all by spending 5 minutes on the Jhana resource. The third way that managers use Jhana is not just to improve their skills, but to coach others on their team. You're always trying to improve the folks that report to you, and Jhana is full of resources to better do that. So for example, let's say it's a busy time of year, your team is stressed, you want to give them some tips on how to improve their stress management. So go into stress management. You might pull the article, 10 ways to prevent stress. There are videos, of course, embedded throughout, but you might want to just PDF this, send it out to your team ahead of your next team meeting and say, everybody take a chance and read this, and we'll discuss. And it's a great starting point to have those development discussions with your team. Now, the fourth and final way that managers use Jhana is through the weekly email. We know that managers are so busy that often you don't have time to go check an online resource like Jhana. That's why we created a weekly email, which I'll show you right now. It's designed just for managers. We spend a ton of time making sure this is useful and helpful, filled with the latest action-packed advice. And so this is an example of what it looks like. There's a tip every single week that you can apply as a leader. There are new articles from Jhana. We're always adding new content to the resource, living and breathing. We share historical favorites, and we share curated content from the best of the web. So what you get here, it's like a weekly management advice column, and it's one of people's favorite parts of Jhana. So in closing, I hope you get a sense for the 4 ways you can use Jhana, from building skills to solving problems to coaching others to that weekly email. And what I encourage you to do to finish up here is to leverage Jhana as much as you can and take your capabilities as a manager to a whole new level. After all, everyone deserves a great manager.